So you're going through a spiritual awakening. Guys, this is probably the third time I'm recording this video, and this never really happened to me. And it's the third time I'm recording it because spiritual awakening is a very delicate process. It's something that is not meant to be overlooked. And I remember going through my first spiritual awakening. It was very scary. It felt very dark. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know who to believe or what to believe. And if you're that person, then this video is for you. If you feel lost, if you feel stuck, if you feel depressed, that's okay. That's a part of the process. You're going through what's called the dark night of the soul. It's the first stage of a spiritual awakening. What a spiritual awakening is you are awakening to a higher level of consciousness. You are starting to have this internal sense that reality is more than what you've been taught. Spirit is all-knowing. And so going back to one of the previous videos, I mentioned that there are 3 levels of consciousness. The first level of consciousness is victim consciousness. So up until this point, you've lived in this reality where life happens to you. Right now, you are awakening from victim consciousness to manifestation consciousness. You are starting to look at life in a way where, like, your thoughts can bring certain things into reality, and it's almost making you afraid because you're having all of these thoughts and you're probably looking up law of attraction and how to manifest, and you're worried that you're going to think the wrong things and then it's going to manifest, right? Most people go through that journey. And at the same time, you're probably worried about seeing some ghosts, spirits, demons, all of these weird things that people don't really talk about when it comes to spirituality. I want you to focus on where you are. Get grounded in yourself. Get grounded in yourself. And understand that, God is always watching you. God is always there for you. God is always protecting you. When I went through my spiritual journey, my first spiritual awakening, I was in Puerto Rico. I was like 12 to 13 years old. I was getting sick like every other day because I didn't know how powerful of a manifestor I was. Like, I was seeing myself being sick, and then I would get sick that same day. It didn't happen a week later. Like, I was in my prime. Like, I was manifesting things instantaneously. So watch your thoughts and understand that it's, you're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to know how it all works. You're not meant to know. You learn as you go through the process and journey of life. But the number one piece of advice I will give to you before you even get deeper into this video is always pray for divine protection. Always pray. God is there with you. I remember my prayer because I remember at the time when I was 12, I didn't have a laptop. We grew up really poor. I'm in Puerto Rico. I'm separated from the majority of my family. I come from a family of 5. I am the youngest. And it was just me and my mom in this dark house in the countryside where you could hear everything at night. You can hear the frogs. You can hear anything. If anyone walks by our house, like, you can hear it. So when I was young, I was, certain nights I was very paranoid because I was sitting in the dark, but I had a dog, and I would lean on this dog for somewhat of like the spiritual protection, because I always believed that, like, animals can see things, animals can feel things, animals have a more natural communication with the spirit world. And my journey, I remember seeing my dog looking at something in the corner when I was young. There's a whole story to that now, years later, that I understand now as I've evolved, and that there was indeed some dark energy in that house when I was young, but I didn't know this at the time. But in a way, I did know this. Anyway, getting back to the spiritual journey, I was feeling called. I felt home. I felt at home when I studied ancient history. I was a fanatic. I loved looking at the pyramids of Egypt online and the hieroglyphics and trying to understand them and compare them to religion and how they make sense, or if they don't make sense. And I had a friend in every religion. All of my friends. I had friends who were Muslim, Catholic, Christian, Jewish. And I spent a lot of time with my friends, and I was always open-minded to understand, why they believe in what they believe in, and, reading their spiritual texts. I always kept an open mind because of my mother and father. They never closed my mind. They never forced me to look in one way and say that is the truth. They always allowed me to believe in whatever I believe in, as long as it's with love and light, and as long as I respected everyone. That's the way I grew up, and I'm very thankful for that. So my spiritual awakening journey, it was hard because I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a guide. I didn't have the internet. I didn't, I had the internet, but I logged onto the internet through like my PS3. And there was one place in the house where we had Wi-Fi, because we didn't have Wi-Fi in the house. I would steal the Wi-Fi from my neighbor, and I would go online and I would type in like Eye of Horus or spirituality or lucid dreaming or how to meditate. And these are all, if you're doing this, is because your spirit is working through you. Spirit is always working to and through you. It's always trying to help you expand into a greater version of yourself. So at this time, my spirit was calling me through my interests. And my interest was understanding more of energy and the divine purpose for my life and how everything is related. But in this first process, in this beginning process, you are, in a sense, you're like an open vessel. What I mean by that is, you are subject to outside forces. And so that's why I started off this video saying that it's important to pray in this part of your journey, because you want to make sure that you align yourself with love and light. You want to make sure that, you still keep a connection to whoever that you believe in and that you've been praying to help you and guide you in this part of the journey, where what's happening is your old identity is dissolving quickly, because you've had this belief, this idea that your family probably instilled in you, or the media instilled in you, and now you're going through what's called cognitive dissonance. And that's where, because you no longer agree with this belief, your body operates like a computer. And if there's one thing that is not in alignment with the rest of the system, it's going to make you misaligned, and it's going to make you feel kind of sick and out of place in life. So that's why in the physical manifestation, in the physical life, you're looking sick, or you feel depressed, or you don't have any energy, you feel lack of clarity. Because what's happening is you are becoming a newer version of yourself, and you're trying to find out what is the new belief to replace this belief. This is how it all works. That's why I'm making this video, because I want you to understand that this is a part of the process. I've gone through this process, and I've also helped many others go through this process. It's a beautiful process, and you only go through it one time. So now that you understand, like now that you prayed, what I want you to do is I want you to start spending time with yourself. I want you to start journaling. I want you to start meditating. I want you to learn to sit with yourself, because it's when you sit with yourself is when you're able to receive the information. Is when you're able to tap in to infinite intelligence and to your internal guidance. You see, your intuition is godlike. It's one of your most divine gifts. Because right now you're in a place where you're searching for the information. You're watching this because I'm saying something that resonates with you. You're probably on Instagram following other people, and that's okay in the beginning. But at some point, I want you to really understand, because I didn't know this. I didn't have a teacher. In the beginning, I didn't have a teacher. I want you to understand, right? I want to make sure that I say the right thing here. You know where you are more than anyone else. You know it. I don't want you to look at these spiritual teachers, and I don't want you to look up to these people like they know more than you. Yes, we may have gone through life more than you, so we can advise you and help you. But what I mean to say is, I don't want you to look at us like we're the only one that can help you. I want you to understand that spirit, God, love, light is infinite. And you can ask for the clarity for the next step in your journey. And if anything, that is what you are supposed to learn. You are supposed to learn how to lean in on yourself, and how to trust yourself, and how to guide yourself. And that's why the spiritual journey is a journey of personal development. It's a journey of learning yourself, of healing through old traumas, old habits, things that no longer serve you, and purging those old beliefs and ways of life that no longer serves your highest self of love, of enlightenment, of purpose. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you are going through this journey, and I'm happy that you're watching this video, and I'm happy to be a part of this journey and to be a teacher for you, or a guide for you in this stage of your life. You only go through this level of your life one time. Every level that you're going to go through in your spiritual journey, you're only really going to go through it one time. So appreciate it as you go through it. It's a beautiful experience. Now, if you're somewhere in between, you understand how spirituality works, but you don't know how to balance it with your with your day-to-day life, what I want you to do is I want you to start taking a mental note of your thoughts, of your day-to-day habits, and the times of your day where you have somewhat of a dip. And you go from, okay, I trust in the world, to like, nothing is going my way. Because there's a bit of a disconnection there. You see, knowledge is only power if it's applied. So you may think that you know this knowledge, but you're not applying it. So if you're not applying it, it's pointless. It's useless. And so the highest stage of spirituality is full-on integration and alignment and trust. You see, I don't worry in life. Yet I used to be a person, I used to worry a lot. I don't allow myself to feel anxious anymore. But I used to be a very anxious person. And that's because I've gained the wisdom and the enlightenment through the struggle and through the adversity and through the journey that I've been on, for me to ultimately trust in the divine plan for my life. So no matter what happens in my life, I know it's God's will. And that is what you are stepping into. You are stepping into trust. You're stepping into this trust with self. With self. Nothing outside of you. Yes, God is everywhere. But at the same time, in this spiritual journey, you will learn who God is and how he works in your life. He or she, whatever feels best in your heart when you think of God. That's for you to learn. That's for you to know. I'm just here to help you feel safe in the journey that you are on. So, to sum it all up, if you're in the first stage of your journey, I want you to spend time with yourself. I want you to journal. I want you to pray over your life. And I want you to know that this is a beautiful, normal process, right? But if you're somewhere in between, you understand spirituality, but you don't know how to integrate it with your life, what I want you to do is I want you to journal as well. I want you to become more self-aware of when you take, a dip from trust to fear and anxious and bills and I don't know if I'm going to make it. And at the same time, I want you to protect your energy. I want you to be mindful of who you give your energy, of where you're placing your energy. Who are you with? What environments are you in? Are you drinking? Are you smoking? What habits do you have? Because if you're drinking and smoking, it's not going to connect you with your higher self. It's going to lower your vibration when you're trying to elevate your vibration so you can unlock your purpose. So until you understand that purpose, you have to remove things in your life. Success is subtractive. The spiritual journey is a subtractive journey. The more you make room for clarity, the more you can receive clarity. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you want more advice, guidance, feel free to join my free group chat. I have a few people in there, and it's just cool to hear from you guys. And soon I'm going to start doing maybe like weekly calls and helping you guys, go from where you are to where you want to go, low frequency to high frequency, because you have a greater calling in your life. And I'm so grateful to be a teacher and a guide in this part of your life.